It's past 4. Good afternoon. This is the Drive Time Show. I am Carl with a C. My guest is in the house. He's in New Star Studio. So, and don't forget, you can go, if you go to New Star Radio Live, go to YouTube, go to New Star Radio Live, you can actually see our guests coming out, streaming to you right now. So you can go and check that out right as well as listening. He is Mr. Kirk Diamond. How you doing, Mr. Kirk Diamond? How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Let me say welcome to New Star Radio.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
How you doing?
I'm well, I'm well.
How's your day been?
It's been a long one.
It's been a long one.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
You did a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's the weather been towards you?
I thought it was going to be colder, because before I came, they said that you guys were supposed to have a storm.
Yeah.
So I came here prepared for the storm, but there's no storm.
Okay, and you're from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you land?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Great. Well, I'm gonna play one of your tracks and we just relax for a little while, and then we gonna play one called Party, Reggae Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get you to tell us a little about your journey, and then we're gonna talk about your album. Yeah.
Right, no problem.
And why you're in the UK. Yeah. So
man.
what's the name of this track? Reggae Party.
Yeah, Reggae Party
Okay.
featuring Cairo McLean.
Okay. Nice.
Play by the king, I miss and love is all I bring us, I say. All out of love and the purpose was for us to be free. And I know Judge and never make no borders for we. Divide and rule and see is their best wishes when their plan is to build walls instead of building bridges. Hey, hey. But hear the music now, feel it violate. And love alone can overthrow the hatred. So much effort to put to separate with. Them a go on until one day them realize that we ain't nothing to play with. Hey, but why the news are giving rumors about how much there is a new world war? And them alone can tell me what they're fighting for. But I know a place that can unite us all. Like all it did dance on, but you will know it as the reggae party. No bring no trouble when you're dating on the party. I'm not the figure at any
It's about the sound. The sound.
Sounds off.
Yeah.
Very slow.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to stop it and rewind from there.
I said that sure sounds good to me. People fighting every day. Look and see it everywhere. So the man needs to find an escape. A place to put down all their cares. And if you really search, you will find it. A little phenomenon, only no Babylon come from the islands. There ain't no cost of entrance, you just pay with your kindness. Cause reggae, it will always stay timeless. Sure sounds good to me. A meaning from reality. It's good to see people fight against brutality. It's lunacy. The crimes against humanity. It is one big plan that they was down for. We stand because we ready. Reggae party. No bring no trouble when you're taking on the party. I'm not a figure, I go the eyes up in my party. That sure sounds good to me. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you about it. The reggae party. I love the machine and bring your queen in on the party. You know you have got your own era in the party. That sure sounds good to me. I said that sure sounds good to me. In the party. You know me, I got Kirk Diamond in the party. I make sure you get right in a family party. That sure sounds good to me. You know we talking about the reggae party. How you feel up in nobody in the party. You must want to see trouble in the party. That sure sounds good to me. I said that sure sounds good to me. Yeah, cause if I do the pants and broke it down. Imagine now I keep a party and I don't hear myself. That's trouble, hey, fit. Now John show man. Kyra don't know that you have to play on a party, you know. You have to play on the party.
Reggae Party. Right here on the Drive Time Show with Mr. Kirk Diamond in the studio. So, Mr. Kirk Diamond, where did it all start for you, sir?
It started in Spanish Town. You know what I mean? That's where my beginning started. So,
Yeah.
And then I migrated to Canada when I was younger.
How long you been in Canada?
28 years.
Yeah. So what was your love of music? That's the way it started. Tell us about your love of music. How did you actually get involved in music? The love and the journey of music.
The love for music, well, I mean, being from Jamaica, you're surrounded by music as you're born, they would say, you know what I mean? And then when I migrated to Canada now, it was the only thing that kept me rooted to the island, the music.
Okay.
So I learned it and nurtured the craft, as they say, you know what I mean? And then that's what really propelled me into this decision of being a musician.
And how do you get involved in it? Because in Canada, there's a lot of different cultures, you know what I mean? We did different. How do you get involved in all these different cultures in Canada?
I mean, because I was there from like I was young, I've been there since I was 10, so it's like, it becomes a part of you, the whole multicultural culture becomes a part of you know what I mean? It's not like, I mean, we still can find the Jamaican food and stuff like that, but the older you get and you start try new things. Yeah. And then when you go to school, you're around people of different nationalities, different cultures. Yeah. So you kind of adapt to all of it.
And what is regular music like in Canada? Is it as in a mainstream, say, even in England, or how's it there?
Reggae music is still, being pushed forward. It is not as I would say advanced as how it is here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And reason being the lack of infrastructure. We don't have not even 5% of the amount of radio stations in Canada that plays this type of music. Okay. You know what I mean? So even in my city it's only 2. And with that 2 per day I might hear maybe like 10. Yeah. For the whole day. So that's a struggle. So then now, for someone like me now to come to the UK, it is literally to use your methods to help Canada with reggae music, because the same culture, it's reggae, right? So if we can get help from the UK, then that's what we're going to do.
And is it the first time you've been to the UK?
No, you can call the UK a whole.
When last was you here?
2 months ago. Yeah, Carnival.
You was at the Carnival? You was at Notting Hill?
Yeah, I was there.
How was it?
It was nice. That was the first time being there, so to see so much people, it was overwhelming at first.
Did you get to go on there, like a PA, or did you?
Yeah. I performed on King Tubby's. I performed with Channel 1 as well. But it was very different. What I liked about it was it represented the whole diaspora. It wasn't just soca music. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or reggae music. It was everybody was represented. Great. I love that.
Great. And you're a winner also. You won the Junior Awards. You was a nominee, and then you won it in 2018. Yeah. So tell us a little about that. Tell us from you started a couple of times when you was a nominee.
Well, the Junior Awards is the Canadian equivalent of the Grammy.
Of the Grammy, yeah.
Right. So I've been nominated 5 times. Yeah. 2015, 2018. 2021, 22, 23.
Okay, stop there. So when he was nominated the first time, how did you feel?
Well, to be honest with you, the first time was overwhelming, it's like a fish out of water, as they say, where we've never been or expected anything like that. You know what I mean? Like growing up, we never thought, first of all, we didn't know what the Juniors was, because growing up, all we've ever heard about was the Grammys. Yeah.
And I think we in England we just sort of just hearing about it. We hear about it, but it's not as probably as we hear of the other one, is that?
The Grammys, the Oscars and all that, right? So for us now to be nominated and going on the red carpet and seeing at the big superstars, and because the first time we went, it was The Weeknd, Michael Bublé, Alanis Morissette. You know what I mean? So imagine now the people that you listen to, especially when Christmas time come around now, you hear Michael Bublé like crazy. Right? Your parents and your grandparents know Michael Bublé. So it's like now he's speaking to me as a colleague, then as a co-worker. If you're not, you know what I mean, something you've never experienced before or even thought that you'd experience that, it's kind of overwhelming, you know what I mean?
So like I said, the first time you was nominated, where did you go after that? Where did you sort of go after that? Did you go back to Jamaica when what sort of music you get involved in? Because I've heard some of your tunes and it's totally different from then to what you're actually hearing now.
Yeah, well, I mean, in life you have to evolve.
Yeah, right? I understand that.
And because my music reflects wherever I am at that point. Okay. the music is going to evolve as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, 2015, I was doing mainly dancehall,
Okay.
right? And then somewhere along the lines of maybe 2017, 2018, it started to get more reggae, more rootsy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think the biggest problem, it's not like I didn't want to do roots reggae from before. It's just that what was available to me at the time
Okay.
was always dancehall producers, or that is what we heard more.
Okay.
You know, so being exposed now to the resources and the people that know how to do it,
Yeah.
and me, like I said, evolving into who I am now, we know what to look for. The music change.
Okay. So who are your influences? Who are your influences? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who do you look up to?
In music or
Yeah,
just
in music.
in music? Well, you know, we start with the Wailers.
The Wheelers.
Yeah, we start with them.
Okay.
I really get influence from anyone that does it, because it's not an easy thing. And I'm a student first.
Okay.
Right? I'm a fan of the
Yeah.
culture first.
Yeah.
So to say, if I was supposed to start naming names, I want to leave out some.
Yeah.
Yeah, but starting from Bob, to the Ninja Man and Super Cats,
Okay.
to the Beanie and the Bounty, to the Cartel,
All right.
you know, to Chronics,
Mhm.
who's the latest one that really inspired me.
He's doing big things, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's doing big things. Have you ever met him?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah. What's he like? Just in general.
He's a very quiet guy.
Is he
Yeah,
serious?
you can tell that he's disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Great guy. Great guy. Let me play another one of your tune. What's it called? Need You in My Life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me play Need You in My
I
Life.
love a song, you know.
Yeah. Why do you love this song?
No, it's a lover song.
Oh, it's a lover
But
song.
I love it, you know, but it's for the lovers, you know. Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, 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 whoa. As I would say, yeah. Golera, you know. Whoa, 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 yeah. You know, oh girl. Hey, yeah. Love you for a long time, girl. Oh, need you in my life now, girl. Oh, I mean, I look you for a long time, girl. Oh, I need you in my life now, girl. Oh, from the very first time I met you, I knew I need not search no more. And the way you smile, you brighten up my life. And I don't know where this journey leads, but need you by my side. Love you for a long time, girl. Love you for a long time, girl. Yes. Need you in my life now, girl. Love you for a long time. I mean, I look you for a long time, girl. Need you in my life now, girl. I need you in my life now, girl. Oh, I won't wait for tomorrow. Happiness come now. And no need for persuasion, girl. When this love come down, and you will know, I love you so.
Need You.
You know, girl.
How did that song come about? Tell us how the song came about. Was it a special girl, all that kind of thing? Like we talk about it? Or did a special girl influence you? Tell us, because there's a lot of girls out, I'm sure, you know what I mean? What will love off the man, innit?
I mean, with this song, it was just, you know what I mean, as it says in the song. Just put it that way, as it says in the song.
You're holding out on me now, man.
Yeah, because if I say, all right, if I say that, I'm going to lie to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Because somebody going to say, you're talking about me, I'm going to say, no.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
You understand?
Yeah,
So,
we understand.
yeah, I don't want to get myself.
You know, I get yourself in the hot soup.
You know?
You want to put yourself in that soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the album. Tell us a little about the album. Tell us what the album is called first.
Yeah, well, the album's called Dread,
Yeah.
you know.
And how did the album come about? Because on the album you write most of the tracks. Tell us your all involvement in the whole album.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote most of it except for, I want to say, Cairo's verse.
Okay.
In Reggae Party. I wrote everything else.
Mm.
And Finn, He's a producer of it. Some of the songs my band played the instruments on there. Yeah, but I mean, Dread now, it's one of those albums with me and Finn, because Finn is actually a hip hop producer,
Okay.
but with Jamaican roots.
Mm-hmm.
And we bonded over the love that we have for reggae music, or where it started for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And with me and him, what we had in common was we really love 70s, 80s,
Mm-hmm.
70s, 80s rubber dub.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we just decided that we wanted to make an album, and we use the sound that we love, which is that 70s, 80s
Okay.
rubber dub era.
Why do you call it Dread?
Well, I'm Rasta,
Yeah.
for one.
Well, that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your Rasta. You being a Rasta, and we'll go back to the album.
About me being Rasta?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, depends on where you want to hear. You know, it's my. I want to say, when I was in, me and I was talking before the interview, I told you I lived in Saskatchewan,
Yeah.
right? For me, Rasta was almost like me becoming an adult.
Okay.
You know, before I found, or say awoken the consciousness in me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, search for this belonging.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And for me, the only thing that made sense was Rastafari.
Yeah.
And I mean, Rastafari is just a basic, just title, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you start read, like we say, evolve,
Mm-hmm.
you know, consciously and spiritually and intellectually, then you realize say, it is much bigger than just being Rastafari.
Yeah. I'm glad you explained that, because a lot of people, you know what I mean, we say we don't understand it. So when we get artists like yourself, who's, you know what I mean, who knows all about it, and
Yeah.
you know, it's good to because people is always listening, and people is always from younger people to older people to all, you know what I mean. So when we get an artist like you who's actually talk about it, you know what I mean, people sort of understand it a lot more, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that is the whole point why I'm actually trying to get at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it was a way of finding peace within myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is the most important thing, like peace within you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because there's so much chaos going on. And
Exactly.
sometimes we, without even consciously knowing, we add to the chaos sometimes. And the chaos within you is what causes the problems outside of you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So for me, Rasta is what really made sense of existence for me anyways.
Okay, great. Okay, let's get back to the album. Let me play your dub rub. Is that dub rub?
Yeah.
Dub rub. Dub rub. Let's play dub rub.
Now in comes the thing called from the gold era selection is out play. Big sound that lead the way. Zout say. Do it, Jack. With a ya buy special request, I'm popular demand. Get that style of where you want, then you wish it is my command. You see how the massive I carry on when the mic in a me on. Never nervous, no sweating on me palm. I no joke, no in a nothing with no prom. Everybody just a scam. Shut a fire but a blank. Gun salute for the top rank. King, and the flow it never wash up on no back. King, deposit my funds quick, you Them a talk about Douglas King, Tree-Born, me a talk about Kevin and Kirk Keegan. You know when we move, Kevin and Earth keep calm. It's a vibe, any weapon, Earth we land. And I like any weapon, first we draw with a nurse. We can't take this unless a December. Find some of them a December. Not tell we about dog, you we miss them bar. We don't care about no young shut up and go eat your sandwich. Bust your head with a Rosetta Stone since you don't want to watch your language. Now go burn you, we a go bomb bridge. Bombastic and listen to Bam Bam in a Bombay. Tell them to use plastic cause the earth don't like it.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that one. And who's the lady on it?
And Natalie is Billy Boy.
Is it busy?
Yeah, it's a Billy Boy sample, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sampler.
Yeah, it's a Billy Boy sample.
Great track. How did that track come about?
Basically when Finn came up with the rhythm, whatever, but this is even before we even put the sample on there.
Mm-hmm.
It was, we just wanted that you know, Volcano, John Jolas
Yeah.
type
That type of thing.
you know what I mean, with the heavy bass, with just lyrics reminiscent of that time, but still modern.
Yeah.
So that's why we flipped it from rubber dub to dub rub.
To double up.
You know what I mean? So it's like we're going in reverse, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, we just chat some lyrics fun it where people that impressed with if you're a lyrics guy
Yeah.
or a lyrics fan, you know.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many tracks on the album?
10.
10 tracks.
10, yeah. We
Yeah.
didn't want to do too much. We wanted to listen to it.
You didn't want to do 15.
No. You know, with me, I'm a very simplistic kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where, in the sense of, I don't think you should overdo something because you can. Because, like I was saying, like, this album we recorded 45 songs.
Okay.
And we only picked 10.
All right.
So really and truly, we can drop 3 more albums.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And when the album release?
October 6th.
So
So,
that's-
next week will be a month.
Okay.
It's been out, and, you know, the reviews and the response has been great so
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. And where can we find it?
We can find it on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah.
And as of in the new year, going to be able to get it on vinyl, CD, cassette,
Yeah.
you know, so,
Great.
yeah.
I'm going to do an advert break, and then I'm going to come back and we talk about tours, yeah?
Yeah.
And where you go next, okay?
All right, no problem.
And don't forget, guys, you can cast this. You can go to New Star Radio live stream. You can go to YouTube and go to New Star Radio live stream, and you'll actually see the whole interview right here. We are in the studio live right now with my very good guest, Mr. Kirk Diamond. Yeah, big shout out to you guys.
You're listening to Birmingham's Big Community FM, New Style Radio.
It's the bomb.
The culture is still alive here.
Yeah.
To how it felt back in the day, like it don't move.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you have people where,
Have you ever lived there before?
if you call 2 months live, they will live here before. Yeah, they have 2 months
Well, I've
already.
got to ask.
Yeah.
Really?
If you never do 2 months, you never live here.
Yeah.
But me do 2 months, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let me ask you, when was last you back in Jamaica? Did you link up with some of those artists down in Jamaica and do different
The
things
last
with them?
time I was there was last year.
Yeah?
Yeah, last year was the last time I was there.
And you link up with any other artists down there getting on some big tune, on some boom, boom, boom tunes?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Serious?
It's one of them things that we're, as much as, you know what I mean, we do reggae music, so anytime we go anywhere there's Jamaicans and reggae music, it's work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but to go to Jamaica on that trip wasn't a work trip.
All right.
You know, it was, I wanted to soak in Jamaica. I wanted to feel Jamaica.
All right.
You know, so I never did anything like that.
Okay. I also come across that you at a particular time and even now you're very, very sought out artist in Canada, doing a lot of shows in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you did quite, I think 72 shows in a particular period of time.
Yeah, 2018 we did 72 shows.
And how was that?
Tiring. But it nice, you know. It nice. And I don't want you to feel like, listen, I'm a very honest person, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you the truth, you know.
Yes.
One day we can do a show for like 10,000 people. And the next day, I just wait on the bartender.
Yes. Well, that's we know that as well.
Yeah,
we
so-
know that as artists anyway. We don't already
Yeah,
know that as
so-
artists.
I mean,
But at the same time, you got to be prepared for each occasion.
yeah, because we just call that a rehearsal.
That's right.
It's a paid rehearsal at that point.
That's
you know
right,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And we just keep on. And we enjoy every show, whether it's a lot or very minimum. We enjoy, we perform, we give it the same, you know, intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. And then this year was great as well. You know, we headlined every show was sold out.
Name some of the shows that you actually go on, if you can remember.
Well, my favorite show is the Island Soul Festival
Okay, I spotted that.
Yeah.
Where does that take place?
in Toronto.
Okay.
In Toronto. So we did the Island Soul festival. It was us and a soca band from Trinidad called Freetown Collective, which are very big over there as well.
Okay.
We did the Summer Salsa Festival. We headlined that as well in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which is the east coast of Canada. Right now, my job blank. This. Oh, Afrofest as well. Afrofest, yeah. We headline Afrofest as well. That I talk about, because it's Canada, we're talking about 20,000 black people
Serious.
at this festival. So it's the only time we're going to see so much black people.
Is it?
You know what I mean?
How do you feel when you see someone of those
You
kind of
see me, I
people?
smile. I'm smiling now. You know what I mean? It's one of the greatest feelings you can
have, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of them know my name, but to have them all in one place,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Outside in the act.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, man, it's a joy.
Great.
Yeah, and we deal with that wicked.
Yeah. In what context?
Yeah, no, like it was to the point where even after we perform, they had to call us back out
Great.
for encore, and
Great.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, and remember, this is an African crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they're there for more of the African artists from Africa that came.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, as a Jamaican, to be singing reggae music in front of 20,000 Africans from all over the diaspora as well, and being received like that,
Great.
yeah, it was a great feeling.
Great. So let's come to the UK now. So you're in the UK and you've got this brand new album out. And what you got lined up in the UK?
That's what we're working on. That's what we're working on, because we're trying to come next year for the first time, Kirk Diamond and the Movement of Ariel, which is my band.
Yeah. What's the name of your band?
The Movement of Ariel.
Okay.
Yeah, Ariel means the Lions of God.
Okay.
Yeah, because, you know, we are the righteous work. We don't do nothing outside of that. So, yeah, when we come here, man, I trouble. Because think about it, I've been coming here consistently for 7 years, 8 years. Right? And I've never actually performed like full strength.
Okay.
It's always been like PAs and,
Yeah.
you know, just like a pass-through type of vibe.
Yeah, you never hit the mark what you want to hit.
Yeah.
It's like that today.
But when the team comes, then you see the real energy. You know what I mean? It's 10 of us. So
Wow, that's
it's a very big band.
I like bands like those. You carry everything. I like a band with like everything, horns and all the rest of it. You
Yeah,
know,
man,
those,
everything.
To me, that's you know, I don't want to diss anything, but that's like when you say reggae band, you know what I mean? With all the lot of horns, horn has to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
we have the horns, we have percussion.
Yes.
You know.
Mashing up the place,
Yeah,
isn't it?
background singers and everything. It's an experience. I put it that way. It's an experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what place are you hoping to play at?
In Birmingham.
Yeah.
Right, because a lot of us is here.
Yes.
So when I forward, I need to see all of us there. See? Yeah. So it's here and London and Leicester.
Great.
Yeah, because these are three of the places that support Kirk Diamond the most in the world. So I think it's only fair to do that. You know.
And when are you think of actually coming?
Next year, I'm aiming for spring.
Okay. Yeah.
Aiming
Spring
for
is
spring.
spring is good. Spring is good.
Yeah, spring is
we come out of the cold. And the
Yes.
weather is a lot better.
Yeah, spring is springing. You know?
But I say that in Canada, it's probably still ridiculous then, isn't it?
It depends on where you are. Toronto, they're just starting to get cold now, as of maybe last week. But then when you go west, like Alberta, Saskatchewan, they've been snowing since August. So, you know, people, they must ski and want to live for something already. So,
Yeah.
but they are there and I am here. So, God bless them. Yeah, because I can't help them.
You can help them. Tell us a little bit more about the album and explain the album and tell us a couple of tracks on the album and where we can find the album and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, the album's called Dread.
Let me play. Is this a track, Dread? Let me play this track.
Yeah, you can play Dread.
Let me
Yeah.
play Dread.
I myself, Selassie I continually, no matter what the weak heart say, for all I know that all of you shall witness the day that Babylon shall fall.
Dread, yeah, I know we dread. Babylon don't look to see the crown on the king, but Jah will never give the power to no ball. Yeah, I know we dread. Yeah, I know we dread, and them a talk about dread. Yeah, I know we dread. None of them can style the rasta as no dirty dread. Inna me head, you know, say that them no go sight no 40 leg. Yeah, I know we dread. we dread. Cause natty boy, natty beautiful, tell them say natty dread. Natty will work with you for progress, but not work with no feds. Hear what I said. Freedom is what I and I defend, tell them again. Freedom is what I defend, and natty rule, natty humble, you fi know say natty rough, natty mystic, like the herbs where I and I puff, we got it now. And Rastafari ambitious, we are no crow. So when them try to make it tough, we make it dread. Yeah, I know we dread. Babylon no love to see the crown and the king. But Jah will never give the power to no ball head. Yeah, I know we dread. Yeah, I know we dread. And we are tell them dread. Yeah, I know we dread. None of them can style the Rasta as no dirty dread. In a me head, you know, say that them now go sight no 40 leg. Yeah, I know we dread. Yeah, I know we dread. Cut through the window, I throw my comb. And from that day, my natty start to grow. I tell them go, but never tell you so. Cause them a Rasta youth, you now go smell like gold. Cause natty cool, natty fresh. From the root, yet the flesh. If we strive for the better, we a strive for the best. Nothing less. No we no nothing with no stress. What a mess. When the wicked try to test and we get dread. Yeah, I know we dread. Babylon don't love to see the crown and the king head. But Jah will never give the power to no ball head. Yeah, I know we dread. Yeah, I know we dread. And them a talk about dread. Yeah, I know we dread. None of them can style the Rasta as no dirty dread. In a me head, you know, say that them now go find no 40 leg. Yeah, I know we dread. Yeah, I know we dread. Tommy said, let's take bread. Tommy said, let's run more bread.
So tell us a little bit more about that track, Dread.
Yeah, Dread. Yeah, it kind of speak to.
Yeah, explain it. What do you call it, Dread? For those who, I understand it. You'll understand it. But we got a wide audience.
To be honest with you, okay. So Dread, because of, by now you probably can tell a theme with the album, right?
Yeah.
Where it has that a certain, like almost like a timepiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you realize, if you could go back to that, like the 70s, 80s, I think the most identifiable thing that you could put with the music in that era is dreadlocks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You have the whole Rastafari movement in music
Mm-hmm.
that was very prominent. It started there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That the 70s come straight down. And I think the locks was what was, easily identifiable.
Yeah.
From that you get the ragamuffin and, so on and so forth. Rubber Dove and all that. So that's the reason why the album's called Dread. You know what I mean? And then this song in particularly, it speaks about the misconception of, of locks being dirty. Or if you wear locks, then you're filthy in some sort of way. I remember, them used to say Rasta black heart people and chop off it and eat it and
that's
you
right.
know them thing there?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this song is talking about, we're actually clean people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you see people with them locks, is a sign of beauty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great. Before we wind up, tell us a little about your what's coming up next and what you want to say to all your fans and all your supporters, and before we wind it up.
Yeah, well, what's coming up next, is shows. We're looking to move the Dread tour, the Dread Life tour,
Mm-hmm.
to the UK, across Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and just give people a different voice.
Yeah.
I think especially in our music, we need to have more progress in the sense of we need to be able to hear more than what we're hearing.
Okay.
In the music, there's so much artists out there that are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into making reggae music that we hardly get to hear them.
That's right. That's right.
And even if you hear them today, you don't really hear them again because, a lot of people are only focusing on the ones with the names.
How do you see reggae music now? How do you see it? And that's a big question.
It depends on what form you're talking about. So, for example, you're speaking on a mainstream level or just in terms of quality?
On a we could say quality. That's two things we could argue.
Yeah.
We could argue there. You know what I mean?
I think
we could all. Let's start with quality.
with quality, I think it's put it this way. You can have better quality, but then you lose the feel.
Yeah.
Right? So, because we, back home with a mix our lemonade now with just regular brown sugar and squeeze like a lime with water and you drink.
And it's nice.
And it's nice, yo.
Nice,
You
yes.
want a cup, please?
Yes.
No. And you drink and you quench.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the store with better technology.
Mm-hmm.
They might put in preservatives and additives and concentrate, and it doesn't taste like
the original.
the original.
Like we know. It's like I always say, when you get and I'm not dissing anybody, when you get a Jamaican patty and travel over the world,
Right.
you never get the same patty anywhere else in the world.
difference.
It's a different
Right.
taste.
So I think, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of times there are, producers and engineers, because we're all musical nerds, I guess. We want to try out the new technology.
Yeah.
But in trying out the new technology, it sounds more like other genres of music.
Yeah.
And then we're leaving the feel behind.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're straying out
Yeah.
the feeling
Yeah.
for just sound.
Yeah.
So really, it doesn't last long, and it doesn't feel the same. So that is the reason why, even till this day, 30 odd years later, we can still talk about A Till Shiloh. We can still talk about all of Bob Marley's album. We can still talk about Black Woman and Child by Sizzla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We can still talk about Welcome to Jamrock by
Jamrock.
Damian Marley.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And everything else just feels, it sounds nice,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't feel the same. So I think that's where it loses, in terms of quality.
Yeah. That's great. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Yeah. Anyway, let me say, Kirk, we're gonna wind it down. Yeah. You look a bit tired. I'm gonna let you go and rest. And tell us a little about your management. Who's your management? That's actually big shout out to your management.
Yeah, big up Lady Diana,
Yeah.
Yeah, music media management.
Yeah.
She's been there since day one of my entire UK career.
Yeah. Great.
You know what I mean? As soon as I reach at airport, it's her.
Marvelous.
And then she puts everything together and do hard work. And
Marvelous.
at this point, she's, from long time, but she's family to a lot of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And one more time, where can we find your music? I'm gonna play you one more track and then we lock it down. Yeah.
You can find my music anywhere music is streamed. Request the songs that you love on your radio stations that you love. If the DJ don't want to play it, you tell him, say, listen, we need the dread. So if you can play Dread at the Control for me, my good sir, I would appreciate it. Dread at the Control, make them hear it.
It's a drive time show. Let me do this and then I'll come back to it, yeah?
Yeah, so you can follow Kirk Diamond
want a 90s
at
loving.
Kirk Diamond, KIRK
Make it clear spine, the way you
DIAMOND
wind, you got to be
on
more
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all them stuff. Yeah, all the social media.
This girl say,
One thing me I gotta tell you no. Well, if I love you, I bring it better, bring it good. Love you, I bring it better, bring it good. But if I talk, you attack it better, leave it on. You better leave the talking to your phone. You say I love you, I bring it better, bring it good. Love you, I bring it better, bring it good. But if I talk, you attack it better, leave it on.
Wait, Rasta, what are you doing inside there?
Hey, Rasta, with the Babylon them I deal with. I ain't control to the fullness.
Get out, man.
Selector, what kind of song that today I play? Nobody nah dance and nah dance with them. I play everything else and I play no reggae. That's why you can't stay. You are free more because you're not juggle the sound right remote. And the people come for feel nice remote. I make a show you how a big sound for play. Yeah. That's why the dread is at the control. Yeah. And not the dread is at the control. Now I said the dread is at the control. You're not the dread that take over one day. Yeah. I said the dread is at the control. Yeah. And not the dread is at the control. Yeah. I said the dread is at the control. You're not the dread that take over. Yeah. I saw it stay. Now no time to wait. Side 1 to 45. Flip it and participate. You goodly get a dub play. Make you feel the earthquake. We are rockers. Anyway when we play, you feel the bass is on. So selector, what kind of song that today I play? Nobody no dance and no dance with them. I play everything else and I play no reggae. That's why you can't stay. You have to remove because you're not juggle the sound right remove. And the people come for feel nice remove. Let me show you how a big sound for play. Yeah, hey. I said the dread is at the control. Now I said the dread is at the control. Yeah, and not the dread is at the control.
Dread it, that's the control. Dread is at the control. Kirk Diamond. Let me say thank you for coming into New Star Radio.
I appreciate you for having me. You know?
Yeah. And all the best, mates, as they say.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I know we gotta mix up the culture, innit?
Yeah.
Let me say thank you for coming into New Star Radio Studio.
I appreciate it.
And big respect to you and your management team, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anything you want to say to the fans out there?
Just love, you know what I mean? Love to you all, love each other, you know what I mean? Until we finally get to do this show. Just love each other, see?
Let me say it's good to have you, Tom. It's been a pleasure having you in the studio, you know what I mean? And as I say, big shout out to you and big congratulations and what in the further work that you actually are doing here. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And maximum respect, yeah. Thank you very much.